Hello and welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. So this is the part 2 of the Haiti reading. And I just wanted to warn you, the video is all over the place because, you guys, I shot this so many times. I've made so many videos and I couldn't post them. So now that this is looking okay, it doesn't seem like there's any issues, I'm hoping it'll post, and so I'm doing an introduction. So you'll see that there's a little bit of splicing, and at the end I'm in my backyard, and you'll see I start off during the day and I end my reading at night. The sun actually goes down, and like I told you, I was reading this cup in real time. As I usually take my time, like I'll take 1 or 2 days before I go to bed. One night I'll read it, and then the next night I'll do it again, make sure I got it correctly, and I do my prayers and all that. But that day, I did my prayers the day before, but then I just went ahead and read it, and I couldn't concentrate because I had a bunch of solicitors. I had like these solicitors that were coming to my house, and I think it was the same company. And I think they just made a mistake and put my house several times. And then Cooper wanted to go out. You know how dogs are. They wanted to go out and see who it was, thinking it's someone he knows. And he was so disappointed when he was like, I don't know these people. So they kept distracting me over and over again. And then I had like these Mormons with some health. I'm guessing the Mormons. I don't know. But they were talking about health stuff. So I don't know what that was about. So anyway, here's the second part of the Haiti reading. Hopefully, Dios mío, because I can't do this. This has been the hardest reading I've ever done in my life, technologically and spiritually. So let's hope it goes through. Bear with me, you guys. Thank you. And here we go. Okay. So this is the second tarot. On my first tarot, I'm going to tell you, because that video, I might post it in case some of you want to hear it, but it's like really bad sound. But I'll tell you what it said at first. That the Haitians, it coincides perfectly with both of my tazas, that Haiti was going to have a very hard time at first. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's been a very emotional ride with these Haiti readings. Haiti is going to have in the next few years, a horrible time. It's unfortunate, but they will. But you know what? It's gonna get better. It's gonna get a lot better for them. Our brothers and sisters in Haiti, there's going to be rough times coming up ahead for them, and not just them, all over the world, but for them in particular, since we're doing the reading on them. But eventually, I got good news. I got very good news in a few years and in the next coming governments. Very, very good news. So, okay, so let's start. Bad news first, and eventually things are gonna look bright for them. Thank God. And remember how I told you guys, me and my family, since I was a little girl, we prayed that Haiti finds some sort of natural resources, oil or something like that? That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Alright, so let's do the first tarot for the people there that are living there. Whoa, I'm telling you. Look at that, King of Cups. These cards are talking. Hold on. A new guy coming in. So both my cups were on Ariel Henry, who is the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister there, but eventually he'll be out. He will be out of there, and the new, younger, more progressive, more idealistic people are going to come in to rule in government. Dios Padre. Oh my, you guys, my Martin, I got my sound my thing for me. This is not Jesus and Yahweh, first of all, and then him. You don't have to. We're not a cult here. You have your own beliefs. You have this, that. You know, I talk to people that are Muslims. I read for people that are Muslim. I read for people that are Catholics. I read for people that are Jewish. we are all in agreement. You don't have to believe what I believe, but we all believe in goodness. We all believe in a higher, benign, wonderful power. So this is I'm going to start saying that for the reading of Haiti, because this is what Haitians' heart. They want everything, not just for them, but for the whole world to work out. And that's the culture there. And it is hard because, the better off you are sometimes in different countries, the more you look into yourself and worry about yourself. This is a completely different case for them. They're worried about their neighbors. They worry about themselves, but they worry about their neighbors. They worry about the families. They worried about the children. They worry about, even if they pass on, what will become of the country? What will become of the world? So I might edit a lot of that out. That's all right. I'm very emotional about these readings. So this is for the people of Haiti that will stay there. What will come? This one flew out. For the time being, this is what they are right now. That flew out. I'm keeping it. 5 of Coins. Suffering, disorientation. Six of Cups. They're looking towards the future. They're positive. After everything they've gone through, they still remain positive. I don't know, can you see these cards? Let me see if I put them here. Is that better? They still remain positive. 9 of Coins. That goes perfectly with my cup. They've got resources that they're not even aware of as a country. Yeah. This is what crowns them, the 7 of Swords. Perfect. People stealing from them from outside, foreigners, and from inside the house. The caller is calling you from inside the house. Like in horror movies. 8 of Cups. This is what they have and can work with, which is a complete sadness. They want to leave. They want everything to change. They don't even want to stay in Haiti anymore. Most Haitians don't want to be there. They want to leave. And it's not because they don't love their country. It's because of the lack of humanity towards them and how everything's worked against them. And that's my theme here. I'm not going to blame them for anything. This is not what has been happening. Every time that they have any success, I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is the truth. Because they're black, things have worked against them. Look, the Haitians are Latin people. They're Latinos. You barely hear Latinos talking about Haitians. The news and everything. The spotlight is on the injustice. The spotlight is on the bullying. And things are going to change because of that. Okay, this is in the past. So indecision in the past and what will come shortly. 3 of Cups. There's going to be talks of reconciliation and blah, blah, blah. And people getting together and making new connections. Upcoming. So there's going to be talks about things getting better. But it's not anything solid. It's just talk. And this is them. The 8 of Swords. They feel trapped. They can't move. But it's so not true. It's so not true. But centuries and centuries of injustice and robbery. Oh, Cooper. Hold on, guys. There's something going on outside with animals. Here. Anyway, so we gotta lighten this reading up a little bit because it's just sorry. My God. La injusticia, the injustice. So like I said, this card represents in this position I said the people of Haiti. So this is the people of Haiti. They feel trapped, but they really are not. So what this signifies to me is, guys, there's going to be that matches perfectly with my taza. There's going to be a mass exodus of people leaving Haiti. And guess what? Countries from all over the world are going to be welcoming them. They're going to have not just the US, from everywhere in the world. Mass exodus. This is their home. The world. The world. Their home is the world. They're going to be able to leave. Listen, before things get better, they're going to get so bad that you and me would never want to stay there. So why should we expect for them to want to be like, oh, okay, things are so crazy here, I want to stay. No. So things are going to get so bad that people are going to be leaving. Mass exodus. Hopes and fears. The star. Hopes and fears. I'm going to tell you something about the star. This could be a card of hope. But the tarot, I'm going to tell you something about the tarot as well. You don't learn the tarot. This whole thing that you learn what a tarot means doesn't apply to me in the way I read. The tarot is such a mystical, forceful way of divination that the tarot learns your language. So to a reader, to another reader, the star may mean hope, and they're right in reading it that way. To me, the star means theft. It means theft. And we got the Seven of Swords up here, and now we have in their hopes and fears the star. The star to me means you're going to lose something very valuable. A star. You're going to lose a star. So that's their fears in what will come. The Fool, a new beginning. They're going to start anew. They're going to start anew. And it matches perfectly with my tazas. Matches perfectly with my tazas. That's what I'm saying. Horrible, but then good. And in between, a reprieve. So, horrible things are going to be happening. False promises will occur. People are going to be so let down. They're not going to believe. Their trust is going to be decimated. They're not going to want to think anything positive, but they will. They will come back to their positivity. And that's perfectly healthy. There's such thing as toxic positivity, and it could cost you your life. So you have to kind of let yourself fall into that depression in a way in order to survive as an individual, but also as a country. And then the world is going to, their home. So this is a Celtic cross, and here this is their house. So their house is the world. Hopes and fears. Like I said, the tarot learns to speak your language. To me, the star is a loss of something very important. Not just very, the most important thing in your life coming up. So it could be the loss of the country, the having to let go of the family to be able to move on. And then the Fool, what will come, this is a great card. And when anywhere in a card that there are animals, this is why I love these cards. This is a warning. More chances. More chances. So the Fool, a new beginning. Fantastic. Fantastic, you guys. So now I'm going to do another spread, and I'm going to do it on the Haitians that are outside of Haiti. All over our globe. Brothers and sisters living outside of Haiti. Brothers and sisters living outside of Haiti. Oh, tell me this is not real. Heartbroken. And I read intuitively, and I'm going to tell you something. A lot of our brothers and sisters that left Haiti when they were young and now are older people, they saw Haiti go from bad to worse with some reprieve in betweens. And those reprieve in betweens where things looked up, they went there and they built homes and they invested And they thought, when I get old, when I reach 62 or 65 and I retire and I get my retirement money and I have this and that, I'm going to go back and enjoy the home I built there with all those years of working. And they're heartbroken. They don't want to go back. They don't have health insurance. They have nothing. The Emperor. Wow, what covers them is the Emperor. Hold on. What the heck is this? What covers them is the Emperor. Let me keep thinking about that one. Oh, I get it. So they want foreigners to come in and help. To me, the Emperor is always an elderly gentleman, knowledgeable, and sometimes white. And sometimes white, you guys. So this is the help of the Haitian community outside of Haiti. They wish they could go back and join their investments that they did when they were younger, that they made there. And they want the international community to step in. They're very heartbroken. You know, I get this card a lot from my own personal readings. Oh no, what is this? So I get these cards a lot from my own personal reading. The Five of Coins. And this is a card that you lose some things. But in the end, your future gets brighter. Because here's this man. Let me see if I show you. Here's this man, you know, his clothes are ripped to shreds. He's kind of robbed of his dignity because your clothes are kind of put a lot towards your own personal dignity. They're ripped to shreds. He looks poor, but he's in a church. He's in a church. He's not out in the cold anymore. And he has someone holding him back, holding him up. And he does have 5 pentacles. And he's looking up instead of down. And in my tazas, when people are looking down, that means not good, right? But this guy's looking up here. This is a tricky card. This is not a bad card. Like I said, the tarot, my little brother makes me laugh. He goes, I told him because he wants to learn the tarot. And I said, when you get the tarot learns your language. You know, you don't learn the tarot learns you. And he's like, oh shit, oh yeah, oh. He goes off. I want to record him and he won't let me. He's like my hype man when I told him about the tarot. Okay, so this is sometimes not a bad card at all. This is what crowns them, the people outside Haiti, brothers and sisters of Haitian descent, not that were born, those that were born there, but also those that weren't born there, but have attachments. We, children of immigrants, have strong bonds and attachments to our parents' homeland, because sometimes we were sent there in the summers. We had our grandmother that lived there. We had our, aunts and uncles that lived there. We have a very strong attachment, and I think this is what that card means. This is what crowns these people. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands crowns them. Whoa. Their mothers and grandmothers wanted to leave. They were angry. That's what crowns them. That's why they left, because their mothers and grandmothers said, let's get the heck out of here. And their aunts. The strong matriarchs said, we gotta go. And this is beneath them. What they have and is their own. The 6 of Coins. Perfection here. The 6 of Coins, well, it's upside down, but the 6 of Coins means quid pro quo, and giving back. And giving back, like you made your fortune, your community helped you, you made your fortune, and now you're coming back to repay, and that's what they want to do. But they can't right now. This is what they want to do, and they can and they will, because this is what is their own and they have to work with. So it's not like a dream or what will happen later. It's already what they can do. They already have the money. They already have the everything to make Haiti throttle and roar. But they can't do it right now. They cannot do it right now. That's the other thing about my other reading. There's a brain drain in Haiti, but not really. The foreigners want this is the envy of all the other countries in the world towards Haiti. Not every country, but you know what I mean. The people that have put them down, the conquistadors, the countries that like France has held them back and is still making them pay taxes. I believe to this day, if not that long ago, they were still paying taxes to France just because they were black, sort of thing. So that's what I mean by that. So now these people. This is a reading on the Haitian, on the diaspora, the Haitian diaspora that left Haiti and has gone to New York. Like Brooklyn has a large Haitian community. There's other places all over the world. That's what I mean. So these people have the means and the money and the know-how and the get to, but they won't right now because they know they're very intelligent. The intelligence in Haiti is the envy of the world. The brain power there. It's not even the natural resources. The natural resources is what will entice them, but the brain power of the Haitian people, of the Haitian community, the ones that are long, even the ones that are dead now, the ones that have died hundreds of years ago, even their intelligence is going to come back. And the people there, this is the most significant commodity in Haiti. The most powerful draw there is the brain power of the Haitian people. And in the recent past, so she's looking this way, so I'm going to put the card here. It's the High Priestess. In the recent past, oh my God, I was just talking about brain. Dios mío, gracias. Listen, I was just talking about brain power and intelligence. This is the card of knowledge in school, in college, in higher learning, and secrecy. The Pillars of Solomon. The 2 Pillars of Solomon. Solomon he asked for wisdom, and he was the one that had the most wisdom in all the world. Velo ahí. Look at it here. So in the recent past, that is what they have had. And not only that, they will continue to have it. And in the most intelligent people in the world, all the governments, the CIA, the FBI, all the European CIA version of the MI6, all that, they all know that this is their God-given gift, their intelligence there. And what will come in the near future, 2 of Coins, new laws, new regulations, new contracts, new treaties, new commerce with the world. Not only that, more social media, more online presence from Haitians outside of Haiti communicating with the rest of the world, and they themselves showing what's in Haiti. Let me move. Sorry, you guys, I don't mean to be rude here, but let's just move it up here a little bit. And so this is them, the moon. Oh, danger, violence, danger. My God, this is my Netanyahu card. So for Haiti, like I said, the tarot speaks to you, learns your language. So, yeah, the danger card. And look at all these animals warning you. You can get away with your life, but you will lose something. These are the people that are outside of Haiti, that were either born there or children of the people born there, descendants of. So they may experience some, I'm sorry you guys, don't worry though, don't worry. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. The reading's not over. You might lose a few things there now. These readings are made not to startle you or to scare you, but to prepare, right? And I'm nobody. I don't know if any of this is... I'm just reading what I see. But I'm not God. I don't know this for 100%. But I have faith in what I'm reading is true. And doesn't mean that I'm right. But here it tells me that the moon, you're going to experience some losses, but you're going to come out okay. Okay? So, and then later on, more readings. I'm going to show you more things. And then their homes, 5 of Wands. So, look, you know how Jesus said, you will betray me when the rooster cries? In their home, there are the callers from inside your house. Here it is again. People from within the country betraying each other. And that's just human nature, you guys. I don't want to hear anybody saying, blaming it on Haitians. That's been everywhere. That's just the way things are. That's just human nature. So the rooster crowing before the sun rises, betrayal. That's the home. And the people, the diaspora outside of Haiti that is living abroad knows it, knows of the internal corruption. Hopes and fears. 6 of Swords upside down to go back. But they think they can't. And what will happen? The 8 of Cups. It's going to be a while, you guys. Emotional pain. But it's okay. It's going to be okay. Now, the Taza is better than the Tarot. The Tarot, the timing on the Tarot is a little bit worse. Not the Taza is better than Tarot. The Taza is better than the Tarot at timing. So, this could be just, in the next few years. But sometimes the Taza shows you really definitive things. And so, bear with me, you guys, until I put up my Taza. Fantastic, good news. Listen. Not just good news, horrible news at first, but things are going to look up for Haiti that we're going to be shocked. The kids born in Haiti, let's say 20 years onward, they're going to look back at what happened in Haiti and they're going to say, wow, really? That happened here? So, it's not that long of a time. It's not that long of a time. In the 20 years is a long time, but not really in history. And I know that a generation has to suffer or two, but that's just the way we are. That's what I'm saying. We're horrible creatures. Human beings are not as smart as we think we are. We're not as smart as we think we are. Greed takes precedence almost over anything and everything. And probably, I don't know, I'm pulling these statistics out of my you-know-what. But I'm saying, like, most people, let's say you have 10 people, maybe 7 are more greedy and 3 are like, no, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather live by myself. I'd rather, give everything I have to see my parents or my children live for. And then there's some people that are like, oh yeah, I'm going to give everything up and I'm going to... That sort of thing is still happening. It's just human nature. Okay, so let me get to my tazas, you guys. Thank you. Hold on a second. So listen, you guys. Listen, I'm going to stop it here. And I'm going to do my reading at another time. I'm over half an hour already. These things take a long time. And I got to go make dinner, blah, 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 for my family. And get ready for tomorrow, working tomorrow. So... just bear with me. I will try to put up these cups. The Haiti reading has been very emotionally draining, very sad, but also so full of hope, so full of good news. And it's to me, it's been one of the longest readings I've ever done because I just can't stop. If I see one thing, I just can't, I got to continue it because the information is like, the information in the tazas and the information in the tarot is like, it's just a little bit, so keep going. It's just a little bit, just keep going. And so it's become a very long session of this reading of Haiti. So if you can bear with me, I got these cups already. I know what they're saying. I just got to take the time to read it to you on the video. Quiet time with no animals, no neighbors, no dogs barking, and no, done with my work, and we'll get to it. But I promise you, it's It's rough, it's sad, but it's hopeful. Hey, here we are with the cup. So this is a cup on Ariel Henry. He is the Prime Minister of Haiti, and he was born November 6th, I think. Hold on, Ariel Henry here. Of 1940, that's what I remember. So November 6, 1949, he's 71 years old, and he's the Prime Minister of Haiti, and he was appointed by Mr. Moise, who was assassinated in summer of 2020. And now Mr. Ariel Henry is a doctor. He's actually a brain surgeon and a professor at university. And Mr. Moise appointed him as Prime Minister of Haiti. And now there's a lot of rumors, and there's also investigations that they believe that he was involved with the killing or assassination of Mr. Moise. So this is my cup on him. So handle soonest. Now I know that after this it's the furthest apart, but you see this connection here? That's another trick to the taza, and every time there's always a wrench thrown at you or a loophole thrown at you, and this is another loophole. So you see this connecting here? So the end of the cup is connected to the beginning of the cup. So here he is, Mr. Henry, and here you have Martine Moise, I'm sorry, and she's facing him, and she doesn't look very happy now, does she? She looks angry. She holds resentment towards this man, and he's walking away from her. I think that she blames him for the death of her husband, or at least blames him for not doing enough. But I think she blames him. She suspects that he's involved with the death of her husband. I had to move the laptop around because of the light. Okay, so here he is moving away. And he's moving towards another person. Now this is a younger gentleman, darker than him, with a more rounded hair. He has a full head of hair. So Ariel Henry, you know, he's balding. So this guy's a younger gentleman with darker than him, and with darker hair than him, and fuller hair than him. And he's trying to follow him to give him advice on what to do. I don't know who that might be, you guys. It seems like there's several people. It's very confusing. So here you have a dead person. A dead person right there. So it seems like the Henry dude. Then there's another person younger than him that he goes to, and then there's a person dead in between, and then there's two people discussing it, and more dead people here. So the president is not the only person that was killed. There's even more people. Now, like I said, Dios perdóname, God forgive me, because again, I don't know for sure. I'm reading a cup over here. I don't know. You know, I'm nobody. I'm not God. I'm just a cup reader here, so I'm not sure, but it seems there's a like really, like some business interactions to kill or to people die that they're all involved in. So it looks like it was an inside job with outside help. Yo, allegedly, because I don't want to get sued. I'm over here reading my cup, and I don't know. These people might accuse me of something. And not only that, there's more people that will die later on. Not just the person, not just the president, not just whoever has already been dead or that has died, but there's going to be more dead people. And they're like worried about that. They're worried about that getting out. To the point that there's people in government who are like, that know, but are pretending that they don't know. So here's the thing, you guys. When I read this cup, I usually take a long time to read it, but when I made the cup on Friday night, you guys know that I have a cat with cancer and I got sick family members. So it's really hard to sit down and concentrate on it. And I usually do that when I go to bed. Like I take a shower, I get ready to go to bed, and I grab my cup and I read it. But lately I haven't had 30 minutes. I'm so tired that I fall asleep within 10 or 15, or I lay down and close my eyes within 10 or 15. So you're actually reading this cup with me in real time, the way I read it. So it's going to be a long, boring read, because it's not like I've already looked into it and I'm just retelling you. This is actually real time me reading this cup. So here it is. This person in government is extremely sad about government and about the state of Haiti. This is a younger man who is not in it for power. He's actually in it for the people of Haiti. And he is facing, here's what I noticed. Martine Moise, I already know her from my readings before. This is her. 100% in my book, this is her. Ariel Henry, turning his back on her. She's blaming him for something. The emotion is that she's following him. You know, when someone does something to you and you're like, you should be ashamed of yourself, kind of thing. He has his back turned on her and he's looking to this younger person for advice. And he's like, listen, just think about you covering your tracks, because these two people involved, here's another dead person that they're gonna have to get rid of. And there's another two people. Again, two people. There's going to be more deaths related to that. And so here is this guy who is in government somehow, and he's like, what are you guys doing? Don't you care? Is there any other worry for you than yourselves? There's people, and here it is. This is horrible. Like I said, the taza is not like the tarot. You make the taza on somebody and it shows you, hey bud, and it shows you the state of their environment or their country. Hold on, Cooper's doing something, you guys. I'm doing this cup on Haiti, and as usual, Haiti doesn't get to be, the prime focus. I get so upset. The thing with the cups is that you have to sit down. The way my grandmother read it and the way my mom read it, but especially my grandmother, she will tell you the heck out of everything. She will tell you every single detail, how you did your hair, what clothes you wore, when you took a shower. She will tell you everything. But you know why? Because this woman will sit down in a place where nobody will interrupt her, and she will read the heck out of it. When you're reading the cup, if someone asks you a question, that's it. You're screwed. You're done. It's hard to keep, like my mom and my grandmother used to say, and my tía too, uno pierde el hilo. Tú tienes que seguir leyendo al paso, concentrarte, and not perder el hilo. So you kind of lose the flow. So here I am. I got all these, I have a no soliciting sign. It's as if I said, all the solicitors in the freaking universe, come over here right now when I'm doing my taza. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, get a algo. All right, so here we go. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. So here I am. San Martín, por favor, ayúdame. Okay, so here's this gentleman who's worried about the state of Haiti. He's actually in government to help the people. Whereas these people here, they started off with a prestigious post and we're like, yeah, we're going to try to do the best we can for the people. But they're like, it's too much. We can't. This guy somehow was able to resist it. He has, look at the posture of the one that is worried about the people. It's a downslope of loss of hope. It's a downslope of the back of his posture. And you can tell a lot by body language. And that's one of the things that you need to know about when you're reading the cup, body language. Like I told you, Interview with a Vampire, how the vampire looks. He sees everything like come to life, statues, doing things. It's the same thing with the cup reader. You're kind of like Louis from Interview with a Vampire. You see these figures interacting. You see these two talking. This one, okay, so this one has his back turned on this one, who is the mediator between this one. So this is the one that cares, this is the mediator, this is the one that doesn't care. So the one that cares has his back down and is hopeless. The one in the mediator is like, we'll try to help you, but these people are killing people up in here. And this one is facing the corrupt people here. So 4 corrupt, one that's afraid, one that doesn't know what to do, but he's relaying the message of the one that's not corrupt and wants to help the people. So you got 5 against 1. It's a 5 against 1 ratio. I'm taking this now. This is going to be my how to read La Taza when it comes to Haiti. A 5-to-1 ratio. 5 corrupt, 1 non-corrupt. And here it comes. There's going to be the hurricanes. We know that. We know that this is water. But also 2 different places, 2 different territories that they're going to. There is going to be, Dios Padre. Listen, I'm over here telling you, St. Martin. I brought him to the yard. San Martin. Gracias, mijo. Like I told you, my devotion is to Yahweh and Jesus, but I'm full of gratitude towards St. Martin. This is my family saint. You got to grab onto someone on this earth that stands for your rights, that stands for your suffering. And he's the son of a slave woman. He understands what we've been through. What we've been through. Even if you're biracial and you're the son of a black person or of a biracial person, and you know what we go through. You can't start off on a clean slate because people will judge you based on their prejudices. So that's why I brought this guy up in here. And he's my heavenly hook, my heavenly link. Guys, we gotta pray. We gotta pray freaking hard. There's going to be people in Haiti. So now they're going to the Dominican Republic. That's the usual thing. And then they're going through Mexico, through Central America. And then they're going through Mexico. And they're coming up. And when we had the antebellum people, racists on horses, trying to rope them in. So now the people in Haiti are going to start going through boats. Like the Cubans. But the Cuba is closer to Florida. The Haitians have a way more treacherous trip. El Canal de la Mona, like they say. The Mona Canal. That's in shark-infested waters. Very deep in the Caribbean. The water in that channel is not crystal clear blue. It is navy blue, almost black, because it's so deep. Now we're going to have the poor people of Haiti getting on boats and things. These are boats. This is the ocean. Sorry, a lot of people like, oh, don't bang, I got hearing. Oh, sorry, I get all emotional. This is water. This is the ocean here. And these are territory. Remember how I told you blank spaces are territory? These are people like you know how the waves go up like that in the nighttime and then come down? That's that. This is why when you read the cup, it's not just reading, it's prayer. And you got to understand the suffering. You got to understand the suffering of the people. I can feel it. I feel like I'm in there at night, being taken up and down. You see those waves? You see those waves, you guys? Oh my God. That's one territory here, another territory here, right there. 2 territories, 1, 2. So some are gonna head, I don't know where, further away, and some are going to head to a place that's not that far. So maybe Puerto Rico and Central America, and then some of them are going to try to go to Florida, come straight out, and more deaths. This cup is full of dead people, you guys. Now, listen, I told you. I told you. I want the best for Haiti. And they're going to get some good news. They're going to get some good news. And eventually their lives are going to change completely. The Haiti of tomorrow will have nothing to do with the Haiti of this day. And I'm so glad for that. But for the current events, for the time being, we're going to have some tough news. We're going to have some tough things happening. Cooper, I love you, buddy. Good boy. And here's when it starts to change. And this is what my family and I have been praying for. And when I saw this on the cup, I couldn't believe it. And I was the first one. Why can't they get... There's going to be some sort of... Now, it could be rare earth mineral kind of thing. But I think it's going to be oil found in Haiti. We might find oil or something, some dark mineral that is going to bring in a new day, a new light for Haiti. And that also comes with its downside, pollution and all that. But at this time, that's going to be the start of a new commerce, of a new opening for them. And I'm hoping that happens. So this cup is on Ariel Henry. So I'm hoping that this happens during his reign. So is it 4 or 5 years? Within the next 4 or 5 years, we may start to see... It's okay, bud. It's okay. We may start to see some new rare earth or even petroleum found in Haiti. Oil. Now, isn't this a messy cup? He's trying to hide that he had anything to do. Now, you know me. If I see something, and I will tell you, oh, he had nothing to do with Moise's death. It looks like he's pretending he didn't have to. I can't see him killing anybody over here for sure. But it's so weird the way he's acting. He's trying to wash here. And then this one guy that cares about Haiti feels alone. He's standing alone there between the deaths and the corruption. And then what will be happening is a mass... Sorry. Oh, hold on. Let me just clean. This is what a mass exodus... This is what a mass exodus looks like. You see how these guys, he's facing Haiti? He's facing the Prime Minister who's in Haiti. Here's the Prime Minister who's in Haiti. That's how you learn to read the cup, you guys. Oh, God, mirror imaging. I'm such a jerk. Sorry. Pardon me. Let's start over. Mirror imaging. So here's the Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Here are his people. Here are his people. Here, you see all the dead ones at the bottom? The people that had died because they had something to do with their deaths one way or the other. And here's the poor lonely guy facing them. And then this is his face, this is the front of his body. Here's the back of him. Here's his back. You see that? And here are the people leaving. Coño, but I can't get this on the mirror. Hold on. So here are the people leaving. Here's his back and here's the people leaving. So he's facing Haiti and these people are facing away from Haiti. These people are facing away from Haiti. They're leaving. And they're leaving by boat. They're going into the ocean to new territories. This is water. This is ocean. This is ocean. These are the people leaving. You see how they're not standing? They're sitting on something. It's not a car. It's something floating on top of the water. So listen. So here's this person sitting on water, sitting on water, sitting on water. Obviously, if you got a brain, you know that this is someone sitting on water. What, they're going to sit on? A chair? No, they're going to sit on a boat. So they're going to sit on a boat and waves coming up on them. And on the wave, there's people passing away. So there's going to be drownings of the people fleeing Haiti on boats. Some of them are going to drown. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12. This is horrible, but only a quarter of the people are going to make it. 75% will probably be in grave danger, sick, or pass away, trying to leave Haiti. But in the future, they're going to find natural resources. And here comes my second cup, because I didn't like this cup. Was way too negative. Way too negative. I did this cup on Thursday night? No, Friday morning. So I did it Thursday night. I didn't sleep. I gotta do my Haiti cup. So I woke up really early, in around 12:15 a.m. and I was alone in my kitchen. Oh my God, thank God my husband didn't wake up to look at me. I'm over here doing cups at 12 in the morning. I did my cups. Boom, boom, boom. I did my thing. I did my prayers. So I did this cup. I didn't like it. It was very negative. And also, I didn't have enough coffee. So to do my second cup, that's why it came out so much lighter. But I just didn't have espresso to make it. But anyway, it worked. I understand it. I see it. I can deduce the darkness versus the light part of it. So this is the second cup on Haiti. Kids, I don't wish anything ill on anybody. But I'm gonna tell you what I see in the Taza with these crazy motherfuckers. Instead of getting the proper health and help and going into a healthy situation, they never do. They never freaking do. These motherfuckers, greedy is all up in there. So here's the second Haiti cup, and it was I named it on Ariel Henry, but I prayed that he would get more visualization on the state of the country, and so here it is. Now, you guys, you tell me this ain't Ariel Henry. I never even met the dude. Does not look like him. If you don't know who he is, Google him. He's not completely bald, but he's balding. That's him. And I know the coffee is light because I didn't have enough espresso. So I didn't have enough coffee, so I ended up pouring water on the espresso I had. And so that's why the cup looks lighter. But that's him. That's Ariel Henry. And he's turning his back on a situation, on a horrible situation. And you know what the horrible situation is? There's going to be some children. Oh my God, that looks like my little brother. When my little brother was little. These are some black babies that are going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to be sequestered. Noticia de un secuestro. Like Gabriel Garcia Marquez. These kids are going to be kidnapped or held hostage or somehow being used as bargaining chips. And the military, these are all military men. I told you how to see the military, their hats and the guns they have. You see the gun there. You see the gun here strapped around. This one has like some sort of rifle strapped around his upper body. And here are the children. And here's a tiny little baby. Oh my God, this looks like the kids. Oh my, look at this cute little baby. Look at this freaking cute little baby. And you know, let me tell you something. A lot of people like don't want you to say things, racial things or whatever. At this point, I don't give a fucking crap, guys. You know why these people are going through this? Because they're Haitians. This is why the world doesn't care about what's going on in Haiti, because they're Haitians. And you know why? Because they're Haitians. Because they were fucking brilliant enough, brave enough, courageous enough, willing to sacrifice everything to be freaking free. and to not depend on everybody else. But this is the breaking point. Lo digo aquí hoy, I'm telling you here now. This is the breaking point. Haiti is going to change. The political climate in Haiti, the history of it, is now going to change. Those people in Del Rio, Texas, the ones that were on horses, roping people and treating them like freaking animals, like if they were on a rodeo, and those people there were like, I don't even believe that animals should be treated that way. That is going to be, they think they're doing something great. That's, you know what they're doing? They're stabbing themselves in the neck with that. They're slicing their own wrists. They're committing their own suicide. That was suicide. That was suicide in the modern age. The Republicans that believe in that, okay, so conservatives are conservative for different reasons. But the MAGA people that believe that's okay, they just slit their own throats, you guys. They went like that. Se jodieron. Se jodieron. That's it. Haiti is going to take another world power down. That the real thing is going to take them down. How is it okay to have, I don't know, 100-something thousand Afghans refugees, but not 80 Haitian refugees? How is that? You think that people don't notice that? You think that the world doesn't notice that? Okay. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep going to your Sunday churches with your dumbass pastors. And not all of them are. But there's a lot of people that are just popping up churches just to make a buck. There's pastors that really want to give the gospel and talk about Jesus and talk about, God and the message. But there's some people that are, they're in it for greed. So those people, they just slit their own throats. So here it is. Haiti will do that. The situation in Haiti will do that. Here are children being used as bargain chips. Okay. Here's Ariel Henry with his balding head with a little bit of hair on top. And then here is another person, another gentleman, and here's a baby, another kid. Now this guy and this kid seem to be rich. These are the poor kids over here being thrown to the wolves. The poor kids are being thrown to the wolves. They're there with the guards. The richer kids in Haiti, the ones that are middle class or better off, they're with their parents and their guardians. And you know why I say that? Because here's a guy with a lot of money. A lot of money and investments. A black man with a lot of money and investments. And he's taking his teenage children, maybe his grandchildren and son, and then his teenager or early 20s kid, and his investments, and the rest of his family. Oh, by the way, this guy with the beard, with the little beard here, or back of the hair, is the same guy over here on this Haiti cup that I just read you. You see it? You see the little beard here? With the little head thing here? Same guy. Right here. Well, let me see if I find him. Right here. See that? They're leaving. They're leaving. And they're taking the money and the investments out. And a woman is going to be taken to a house, not a big house, a small house, maybe some sort of shed or tiny little house, and she's going to be held. You see how she's in prison there? That's prison. She's in prison. That's a woman. You see her hips? You see the legs and her hips and her body? A man will not come out like that. That's a woman. Is being held hostage there. There's going to be a hostage crisis, like in the hostage crisis, you guys, here. Ay, sorry. It's getting dark out here. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. All these children. There's going to be kidnappings and bargaining with children and people and rich people. And they're going to be leaving. They're going to be leaving Haiti. They're going to be leaving Haiti. But listen, I learned this from my Bill Bark cups. I'm telling you, I'm learning to read the cup with you guys as I go along. There's always something new to learn. As long as you pray and you concentrate, you can find. You see, from here to here, Actually, okay, so from here to here, from here to here, ay Dios, espérate, sorry. So from here to here is people leaving for like money reasons. But those people, guess what? They're waiting for Ariel Henry's government and the current government to leave. And when Ariel Henry's government leaves and all the current government is gone, they're going to come back and invest. They're going to come back and invest. Hey, bud. Come here, Cooper. Come on, bud. They're going to come back and invest in properties. There's going to be an up in tourism first. First is going to be tourism. When the government's gone, I think there's going to be a crackdown on crime and safety will improve. And they're going to start advertising that Haiti is a, safe place to go, certain areas. And people are going to start going there. And guess what? They're going to start going southwest of the island. They're going to go all over the island, but most of it is going to be in the southern part of the island, the tourism. By water, a bunch of apartment condos, hotels, things to do with that. And not only that, let me go straight down to the bottom. I usually leave the bottom for last. You guys, I don't know. I know that Haiti loves soccer, but can you see that soccer player down there? A soccer player. That's somebody playing a sport with big eyes and an afro or braids or something. It's not someone that has a short haircut. It's someone that has abundant hair and it's kind of long. He has big eyes and he's going there and he's going to invest. And I think he will bring even more prosperous, famous Haitians to come and invest in Haiti. Come and invest in Haiti. And not only that, there's going to be a bunch of cruise ships going into Haiti. You see all that? The water? That is a bunch of cruise ships. There's going to be cruises going to designated areas of Haiti. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to start building in certain little ports in Haiti, like the tiny little ports. Don't go beyond this area. And they're going to start a new influx of tourism. And I think that the soccer players and the famous people and the famous Haitian actors and the famous Haitian well-known people around the world, they're going to participate in that. And in this cup, I told you that I see natural resources. So you got natural resources and you got tourism, fame, you're going to attract people. So things are going to change for Haiti, start changing for them. And it has nothing to do with the cups. This is just my own, and I'm going to tell you. Oh wait, did I finish this thing? Espérate, because I'm over here all over the place. I get too hyped with this Haiti thing. Yeah, so I was done. It was just basically like, just investments. The people in Haiti, there's always been a jealousy of their intelligence. I think that has been, they think their commodities are in the soil and here's that. I think the Haitian commodity is in the brain power. Is in the brain power of the Haitian people. So there's going to be innovations not only in natural resources that are going to come from the earth, but also innovations in electricity. And not only that, you guys, pollutions. I think Haitians will be one of the first ones to join the spearheading. I don't think the Haitians will be the initial spear. They're going to combine with other maybe European countries, white people, because I see a lot of like biracial and white people on this cup. So I think that the Haitians are going to combine with the European nations to learn how to deal with garbage and to learn how to deal with pollution. And they're going to change the way that smaller islands, smaller countries deal with their wastes and their energy. And it's not going to be long before Haiti becomes a mecca of like learning to do things, environmental benefits to the world. So they're going to spearhead that, and I think there's going to be a lot of interest in them, and I think that there's going to be like people from all over the world, different countries interested in going there to set up shop because of the great business opportunities that the Haitian government, under a new rule of a new young man. Now, this didn't come up in this reading, but I saw it in another reading I did. A new young man is going to come into Haiti, and he's going to bring in a more progressive agenda, and more people from all over the world are going to come and invest in Haiti. Not only for Haiti, but they're going to kind of like start there and bring that intelligence over to their country. And you guys, I think this is it. I think this is my current finalization of my reading on Haiti. I will continue to do more readings on them later on, but I think I've covered it. What's going on now, what happened in the past, what's going on now, and what will happen in the future. And this is Haiti is my first prologue into my series of Latin America. So Haitians are Latin people. They're Latinos. So I think they will begin my Latin America reading playlist that I'm going to make. And then my second one is going to be Cuba. And let me tell you, before it comes out on the news, Cuba va a ser libre. Cuba will be free. And I'm rushing to post this video because I think Cuba will be free before any of us can even blink. We're not going to believe it. Cuba is going to be free very, very soon. Communism in Cuba is over. Over. Count it. Te lo digo hoy que los cubanos van a ser libres. The Cubans will be free. And we're not even going to believe it. We're like, that's it? That's all it took? What? There's going to be like, what? No one's going to believe. Yeah, Cuba's free. There's commerce. Yeah, you can send this, that. People are going to set up shop in Cuba. They're going to put this and that. They're going to be selling. There's going to be opportunity. And you know what? Cuba is going to knock. Now the Dominican Republic is the most tourist-bound area in the Caribbean. But I think Cuba's going to take over. And then Haiti. And then third place is going to be the Dominican Republic. So Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic. When Cuba opens up, it's going to be an incredible feat, and it's going to happen very, very, very soon. And I'm going to start working on my Cuba tazas, you guys. Cuba tazas. And I don't need to do the tazas. The tazas, when you start reading these things, they tell you what to do. They tell you what to read. That is why years ago, I did my reading and I saw the people climbing up the Capitol. Whenever, like, I didn't need to just follow the news. I did my own thing because the taza tells you what to do, who to read, who to see. And I got the feeling now, Cuba. I'm telling you today, se lo digo hoy, for sure. So God bless Haiti, God bless Cuba, God bless the Caribbean, God bless us all, the entire world. And I'll see you. Just wanted to touch up on this part of the cup for Ariel Henry. Now, see, these are buildings and money on top. So I see people investing in real estate there. But I just wanted to cover all bases. And I just wanted to be true to what the taza is showing me. And I told you that when I was reading it, it's unbelievable. I try to do it in the backyard to enjoy like the last days of summer. And you guys, I had so many solicitors. I had like several solicitors from the same company. I guess they got assigned to my house several times. And then I had another weird solicitor. And then I had I don't know, some health Mormon people. I don't know. I've never seen that before. It's like Mormons, but about health. They're giving out brochures about health. So it was pretty annoying being back there. And then poor Cooper, he thinks it's somebody we know, his friends, and he gets really excited. And then he gets so disappointed when I open the door. And it's like nobody he knows. So anyway, that kind of distracted me. And with the taza, like I mentioned, you have to sit down. I get annoyed when I'm reading the taza, and I'll get interrupted once. I don't get annoyed. Twice, I don't get annoyed. 3 times, I start to get annoyed because I kind of lose what I'm doing. 4th time, I'm getting mad at you at that point. 5, 6 times, I'm like, I'm done. Get out of here. So that's kind of what happened that day with this. And since I was reading, I did the taza and I kind of skimmed it the next day, but I never really sat down to look at it. So I was actually reading it in real time. And I missed a spot. So here I see people investing. This is money on top. People investing, and these are buildings. And the people that are investing, they're Caucasian. And this is a cup on Haiti. So some of them are black. This guy's black, but this one, they're Caucasians. So there's going to be people from outside from other countries investing. But behind that, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So so behind that, there's an underneath and behind. So underneath, I see people like fighting and hiding, and people wounded here, going to hospital. Hold on, let me see if I could get it on there. Yeah, so right there, you see someone right here, like wounded, being taken to a hospital. And then people hiding back here. And like people sitting on the streets there. So I think there might be civil unrest there too, you guys. I hope it's not a civil war or anything like that. But I think there's going to be violence in the street. And now, I told you that I'm reading the cup as I go. Like if I read for a normal person, these things won't show up. So I'm learning as I go. That's why you have to concentrate when you're reading it. I think that there's going to be so many problems. Now this is behind. This is the investments and all that. But behind that, what happened after that? Sorry, not after. What happened before all the investments came in? There's going to be a story behind it. And I don't understand exactly what that means. But I see some sort of helicopter crash. I don't know if someone very important will be passing away. And that's going to somebody very important in the land of Haiti, in the country. And investments then later after that happens are going to be coming in. Or helicopters are going to have to rescue people and one of them may crash. And it's probably both because I see different areas here. But this here, that's a helicopter crashing, helicopter issue. Or a plane, a big plane with, not a huge plane, a small plane bigger than a helicopter. But I think this is a helicopter, you guys. I think their helicopters are going to be brought in to rescue people and one of them may crash. But the good news, I told you, it's a mixture, bad news and good news. So you're going to have all these tragedies, people out in the streets, civil unrest, people hiding, people wounded. But then after that happens, I think there's going to be investments and building of new homes and hotels and things like that. And new investments. But before all that good news happens, there's going to be civil unrest, fighting, people wounded, and even to the point that helicopters are going to be coming in to help them and they're going to crash. It might even be UN people because I see some Caucasian people in here. And now that concludes my reading on Haiti. I just wanted to be 100% with it. Like I wanted to give it my all. This has been one of the hardest. Actually, no, this has been the hardest Taza reading for me. All 3 Haiti Tazas. Very, very hard. Yeah, just wanted to be true to it, and I wanted to tell you what I see there. So there's going to be a lot of problems in Haiti, and like I said, there's going to be a mass exodus like we've never seen before. It's going to be something extraordinary. Okay, and now goodbye, guys. Now goodbye. And like I said, I'm starting my Latin American reading. I'm going to do a Taza. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'm going to do it tomorrow on Cuba. And then I'm going to do one on Trump because he's got everyone up in arms that he's running again and he's in Iowa. He's starting his campaign. So I'll probably take a break from Latin America and throw in Trump in the middle and then do my Cuba Cup. Okay, thank you guys. No, really, thank you so much. I'll see you soon.